Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to tonight's session. Good evening, everyone, and welcome online. It is such a pleasure to have you here. Please join in. Good evening and welcome. Go ahead and invite your friends to join us online. Good evening and welcome to tonight's session. Good evening and welcome. Please share and have your friends join in. Good evening and welcome to tonight's session. Good evening and welcome to tonight's session. All right, it's 8 p.m. on the dot and we will get started immediately. One of the things that I like to do is to respect time a lot. If something says 8 p.m., then we start on the dot and we would have others join us. Good evening and welcome to tonight's live session. Today is Saturday, the 22nd day of March, 2025. I welcome you to tonight's webinar. So this webinar is titled, Making Your Kids Successful Business Owners and Excellent Marketers. Making your kids successful business owners and excellent marketers. Now, I have a quick question for everyone. I'd like us to start with this quick question. Imagine that I gave you $10,000 today. And $10,000 is about 15 million naira. But I told you you can't spend it. You would only invest it and or grow it somehow. How many of us here can beat our chest confidently and say that we know exactly what to do to grow 15 million? How many of us can comfortably beat our chest and say, if you give me $10,000 now, come back in 1 year and I would have grown it? I am so sure it wouldn't be missing, it wouldn't be broken, it won't be scattered, I won't tell stories, I would have grown that money. How many of us can say so? I bet you very few of us. A lot of us are not financially literate or very business literate. Now, imagine that you were a child and from 10 years old, someone taught you how to turn $10 into $100, from 100 into 1,000, 2,000, then 5,000, and then 10,000. I want you to imagine that from 10 years old, someone was teaching you how to grow money. You know, it was until I lost a lot of money that I almost lost a lot of money that I realized it is more difficult to keep and grow money than to make money. A lot of us spend our lifetime worrying about making money, but it is actually more difficult to keep and grow money. So imagine that from 10 years old, you were learning how to grow money. Where exactly do you think you would be now? Wouldn't you be a genius? Wouldn't you own 10-story buildings across the city of Lagos or in London or somewhere? If from 10 years old, you were taught how to take $10, turn it to 100, turn it to 1,000, do you know where you would have been today? Now, this is what we are here to discuss tonight. How can we do the same for our children? It may not have happened in our own lifetime. At 10 years old, we did not learn how to grow money, but it's not late for our children. This is exactly what we are here today. I want you to close your eyes and imagine your child at 25 or any young person that you love who is 25 years old. He is striving, he or she is striving, has built a business, leading a team, very financially independent, comes to see you bearing gifts for you, not because you left money for this child, but because you gave this child the skill on how to grow money, how to create wealth from scratch, grow it and keep it. Imagine how proud you would be as a parent. You visit your son at 25, he is okay, lives in his own house, brings you gifts, rides his own cars, sends money to you, pays your hospital bill, not because you were rich and you left a ton of money, but because there were skills you gave this child. With these skills, he was able to learn to create wealth, grow it, and keep it. This is rare knowledge, and I celebrate all of us who are here tonight to learn this. With me here tonight is my friend and colleague, Abdulbaqi Hassan. I will invite him upstage right now. He will be sharing with us everything about how we can teach our children to become successful business owners and excellent marketers so that they can create wealth, keep it, and grow it. Good evening, Abdulbaqi, and welcome.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Kindly help confirm that you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. The stage is yours. We are eager and excited to learn how we can teach our 10-year-old to turn $10 into 100. Welcome.
Thank you very, very, very much. It's amazing to have all of you here, my dear friends and flyers. The topic of the class is how to make your kids effective. The topic of the class is how to make your kids successful business owners and excellent marketers. First of all, before we get started, let me introduce myself to you all. Just a moment. I want to get some things done in the back end here. It seems some people haven't gained access in the other. Oh no. Okay, let's get started. My name is Abdulbaqi Hassan, an applied communication and English proficiency expert and the lead tutor at Flying Colors Communications Academy, where we help you improve your communication skills, enhance your communicative competence, and increase your English proficiency level. I am an award-winning editor, the winner of Sarah's Mission Grant Award. I lead a community of 50,000 learners, studied linguistics, effective communication, child education, public speaking, and language teaching. I have over 9 years experience teaching applied communication and language proficiency. I'm certified by British Council, Cambridge English, Macquarie University in Australia, TESOL, and the University College of London. But this class is not about me, right? It is about you all. And the title of the class, once again, is How to Make Your Kids Successful Business Owners and Excellent Marketers. Right. So I want you all to type business, business, business. Kids, kids, kids in the comment section to confirm that we are all together. Confirm that we are together. Confirm that we are together, and let's get it all started. Great, 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 great. Thanks for joining in, everyone. Thanks for joining in, everyone. It is amazing to have you all here. Let's get it started. So first of all, let me tell you my story. I started teaching online in 2019. So when I started online, I was already certified. I studied linguistics for my undergraduate, University College of London here, Macquarie University in Australia there. So I felt, it's all about my knowledge. Let me just go and start talking about what I do, and people would come naturally. You know, the way we say, when you know the knowledge, whatever is good, we just attract people. How many people are marketing Gary? How many people are advertising Amala? Yet everyone is eating. Everyone is enjoying Amala. That was what I thought as well, until I started and you have to struggle before 25 kids. Another struggle for the next participant, another struggle. for the next set of participants. And I felt, I can't continue like this. So I decided to start learning marketing actively. And it was just a game changer for me. Everything changed. So last year, I was just thinking to myself that, oh my gosh, a lot of people still believe in this, oh, things are going to market themselves. Ordinarily, I'll get customers, no problem. Once I am good, we are more about the skills and we do not talk about the monetization. There is a difference between knowing what to teach, for example, or knowing what to do. You're a very amazing baker when it comes to cakes. It's easy for you to bake cakes. It's very, very easy for you to do anything. But when it's time for you to sell, it becomes difficult. That's because it's not fully ingrained in us. Facebook people, you're still typing business kids. Please help me confirm that you're listening to my story by typing story and the things you're listening to. And I also need class captains who are going to be there to keep hitting the buttons with the highlights. All right, thank you. So I saw that we are more about the skills, we're more about the products we want to sell. We do not usually pay attention to what do I do in order to ensure that people are coming in. That's marketing, that's entrepreneurship. It's not just about what you're doing. How do you get it into the hands of a lot of people? Marketing changed my story. And I feel many of us do not live, we do not have the belief, we do not even grow with the mindset of more people should see my product in order for me to sell. That was my story. It changed to the positive aspect because I was able to get it fast, not thinking about the future generation. And last year, we decided to host a marketing class for children. It was so amazing. We got fantastic results, and that's why we want to repeat the same thing with you, dear parents, today. So before the end of this class, you are going to learn how to get your kids started with business early and strategies to put in place in order to make things comprehensive for them. That's number one. Number two, how to teach kids business communication and make them write catchy adverts, deliver captivating pitches. Every kid should be able to do that. It's easy. It's not difficult. My kid is still 5 years old. Come, bring the kid. I know what to do to help the kids get that result. Okay, how to make the kids address complaints and provide excellent customer service. Third, we're going to teach you how the knowledge of business and marketing boosts other areas of knowledge plus academic subjects. You may think, once I start teaching them marketing, don't type highlights. I mean, you should tell me the things you're learning from the class inside the chat box. You should type the highlights, not HIGH. Tell me, for example, we're going to learn this. So you start typing the things you're learning from the class, not highlights. Start typing the things you're learning from the class in the chat box. Start typing. Use the chat box as your jotting pad. Thank you. Fourth, we are going to learn how marketing knowledge increases critical thinking ability, how it increases effective communication skills, how it makes you language proficient. Then Madam Chioma is going to come and tell us how we can build generational wealth. Then we get started. And after the whole class, we are going to have our item 7. We're going to be eating and dining with something. You're going to get gift. So you have to wait till the end if you want to be a beneficiary of the gift. Thank you. Some people are complaining that they can't hear me. Please confirm that you can hear me. Kindly confirm that you can hear me. You can hear me, good. Thank you. All right, so let's get it started. First of all, we want to learn the first thing we promised, how to get your kids started with business early and strategies to put in place to make things comprehensive for them. These are the 4 things you need to do. 4 simple things. You may not find them, you can't find them on Google. We put them together after experimenting these with kids. So first of all, know your learner strategy. That's the first. The second is what simplicity does is strategy. Third is what they already know strategy. And fourth is practice as they learn strategy. Now let's go into the detail of each of these points. Know your learner's strategy. Simplicity does its strategy. What they already know strategy. Practice as they learn strategy. First of all, what does it mean to know your learner strategy in order to be able to teach them? If you do not know your learners, it's really, really going to be uneasy for you to teach them. You need to know who you are teaching before you start with the teaching of marketing. You want to make the kid an amazing marketer. You want to make the kid a successful business owner. You need to know your own kid. How old is the kid? For example, at 4, at 5, you aren't going to bother yourself with what is marketing. Can you define marketing? I want you to define it offhand. Whenever I ask you, you just give me, the kids do not need it at that level. There is another way you teach them marketing that they teach themselves, and I'm going to bring forth examples soon. Secondly, know their level. What's their stage? What's their class? It may be the class in school, it may be their level, according to how they comprehend things. Primary 3, primary 4, primary 5, JSS 1, JSS. The same strategy you use for a child that's in primary 3 is going to be entirely different from that which you use for the child in SS3. So you have to know the level. Previous knowledge. What does the child already know before? Before the teaching, what does the child already know? Previous knowledge. Interest. What is your child interested in? Some of us, we do not like reading geography, basic science, mathematics. We don't like it. But when it comes to storybooks, we are very, very interested. We have Ada and Kudi. We have Ralia the Sugar Girl. We have a lot of, when it comes to the actual reading, it becomes difficult for us. A mom once called me and told me, Tito Abdulbaqi, my kids are not interested in reading. So I told the woman, but when it comes to storybooks, the kids read, right? She said, Tito Abdulbaqi, how did you know? Yes, they're not interested in that book that you want them to read. They're interested in another book. Instead of you to start stressing yourself, how do you make sure the elements of those storybooks, the elements therein are now embedded in the things you want to teach them? The kids does not want to read, what does marketing mean? Mention 5 types of marketing. Mention the strategies of marketing. How do they like reading stories, right? How do you now create stories in order to help that kid learn? You won't be able to know what to do if you do not know your learner in the first place. Then mode preference. How do your kids learn? Is it by videos? Is it by audio? Is it by demonstration? Is it by role plays? Is it by drama? People learn differently. You need to know, what does it mean? What is the preference? What does my kid prefer when it comes to learning? Then the mindset. There are certain kids who already have negative mindsets regarding marketing, business owners, entrepreneurship. They want to become doctors. They've been sold the idea that you have to become a lawyer, a doctor, you tie your suit, you go to the office, and now you're stressing yourself with, come and practice how to say come and buy. They start saying, me, I don't want to become a hair vendor on Instagram. So before you start teaching that kid, you need to change the kid's mindset. You need to change the kid's beliefs regarding marketing. Ask the kid, for example, let me ask you all, who is the most popular doctor in Nigeria? Who is that doctor that has the highest potential, that if the highest potential to sell anything, that if the doctor releases a book today, it's going to be sold out? Who is that doctor? Who is Aproko doctor? Aproko doctor. What's Aproko doctor doing every day? Marketing, content marketing. Every single day you say Aproko doctor. Nkechi, Emeka, I know you have wanted to drink that water again. Before you drink that water, Aproko doctor. That's what Aproko doctor is doing daily. Aproko doctor is also a licensed medical doctor, yet he's different because of his ability to market. That's how you change that kids in SS1, SS2, SS3 who says, I am studying medicine. All this one are for mass comm students. Which one is come and make video, come and speak good English, come and talk to people to ask them to buy. I'm not going to be doing all this. I'm just sitting down in my office. Patients will come. I will sit down. I will ask them, when did you experience this class? Where is the hospital card? If the kids do not believe in what you're teaching them, you're going to have a hard time helping them learn, because in the first place, they do not believe that they need to learn in the first place. So you have to revamp the mindset first of all. Let the kids know, this is what is happening. This is how it now works. In today's world, Influence is fast built online. You need to change the mindset. Okay? Do not forget how to make your kids master business and marketing. First of all, know your learner strategy. We already talked about know your learner. The second is simplicity does its strategy. How do you make the lesson simple? A lot of people say, oh, everyone is talking about simplicity. And then you get to a particular class. All the theories are modeled on one slide, and you start thinking, where is the simplicity here? My classes are simple. When you get to the class, not simple, because people do not even know how to use the simplicity does it strategy. Some teachers will tell you, when it comes to, I'm very, very good at planning lessons, that whenever anyone wants to listen to the lesson, they get wrapped in the air. Your description of your simplicity is even difficult and complicated to understand. How do you want people to understand what you're trying to simplify? So it's not rocket science. You as a parent can learn it. You do not need to become, you do not need a master's degree in education before you know how to put simplicity inside your strategy of teaching your kids in order to help them master marketing and become amazing business owners. What do you do in order to make it simple? Cut out the fluffs, all those unnecessary things. What is strategies of improving marketing? The types of social media platforms that we have. How do we promote classes on the? Cut out all those fluffs. What is? Can you define? Can you explain? Can you briefly describe? Leave that for the schools. They have a curriculum that you have to master. In order to make your kids amazing business owners and outstanding entrepreneurs, cut out those fluffs and go into the practical. Reduce the theories, all the types of the definition of the strategies. There are 2 in number, there are 5 in number. Forget all those things. Make the classes and lessons engaging. You do not need, when we're talking about classes in this context as a parent, it doesn't mean you need to get a markerboard like tutor and start explaining. So these are you do not need to, and I'll explain what I mean very soon. By that, make it engaging, make it something they want to do, something they always want to go back to. As kids, they always want something that is, it's not really about playing. Some people say play and learn. Not always about learning or playing, but there is a way, that thing that they already know, there is a way you make it, the way you form it, the way you upgrade it that will help them learn marketing, and we'll have a sample very soon. So when you want to teach them, ask yourself, what do I want as the outcome? What do I want as the result? What do I want as the end, my objectives? Ask yourself those questions. And once you answer the question, let those things come first. At the end of this session with my kids, I want them to be able to make a video advertising anything. If you want to teach them that, for example, once you have that in mind, you don't have anything to do with the fluffs anymore, because you know your end. You know, okay, I want to go to Akure. I want to travel to Akure. How do I get there? You won't go to the airport, first of all, because there is no airport that's working at that time going to Akure. So you may not even think about the airport. How do I now get there? But when you're not about the means, it's possible for you to go to America first. And then from America, you now ask them, American people, I was actually going to Akure. Akure is in Nigeria. Yeah, you don't even need to get to the airport before getting to Akure. That's what happens when you don't have the end, the outcomes, the objectives in mind. So let's move on. For example, when you want to teach a kid advert writing and you say, what is adverts? What are the types of adverts? What are the mediums of adverts? What are the advantages of adverts? What are the rationales for advert? Why do we even have adverts? What is the history behind that? When did advert started? At the end, they have the notes, they have the knowledge. They can even, if you ask them to give it to you offhand, verbatim, they can do it. But now do the actual thing, it becomes a problem. Why? Because these are fluffs. These are theories. They're not engaging in any way. The learning outcomes did not come first. So what should you do instead? Just tell them, this is what advert is all about. Advert is what you do in order to create awareness for your products and services. You have this calculator, for example, that you want to sell to people. This is your product. How do you now persuade people to buy it? That is advert. So they already got the meaning of advert. They don't need to cram anything. Then you give them a sample. Okay, first of all, you introduce what they want to buy. You know they cannot buy without understanding what is in it for them. So introduce what they want to buy to them, first of all. Tell them why yours is different. So give them the steps, the formulas. Before you know it, they start writing advert for. They write advert for the calculator, they write for the phones, they write for your fan, they write for your kitchen utensils, everything you give to them, it becomes easy for them to do anything. Okay? For them to do everything. So you can see this image right in front of you. This was created by one of my kids at Flying Colors Online Kiddies School. He drew it. He was advertising for an imaginary product, hard service, a transportation service. And he did so well. How? He didn't start like this. He did not enter Flying Colors Online Kiddies School with the knowledge in mind. We gave him the steps. So these are the formulas, what you want to sell, why they should patronize you, more information, call to action. Once you give them the codes, that's all. They're good to go. They are good to go. Thank you. Next is what the original strategy. Remember, we have 4 strategies. Know about your learner strategy, simplicity does it strategy, what the original strategy, and what they are interested in strategy. So this is the 3rd one, what the original strategy. Ask yourself, what do my kids like? They like mini-me chin-chin. That mini-me chin-chin, you can use it to teach them marketing. How did they come across mini-me? Why did they know the song? Why did they know Milky 3 crowns? It is good for your body. Mommy, way do good, it do good. Mommy, too do good. How did they get to know it? You can trace the history, and I'll share the prompts with you very soon. Their habits, what do they do? Their day-to-day activities. The soap that they use to take their bath. How they walk, the kind of socks that they buy, how they go to school, the mode of transportation to school, their day-to-day happenings, day-to-day events in their lives can be made into lessons to teach them marketing. So because when we're talking about it here, we're not talking about it as things that you do today and forget tomorrow. Things that you always do whenever anything happens. If you already have the mindset of a parent who wants to teach their kids how to become excellent marketers and amazing business owners, you always have it in, there is a lesson here for my kid. You're watching TV, there is another lesson. They entered your house, there is another lesson. The kind of uniform that they have, there is another lesson. Everything that happens in our everyday lives can be used to teach your kids marketing, entrepreneurship, and business. Now, let me give you an example. What they already know. Okay, your kids already know this nursery rhyme. How many of you know the nursery rhyme? Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece as white as snow. So, grade my sing. Great. I want you to grade my voice in here. Just grade my voice in over 10. If you score me less than 5, you're out of this class. That's by the way. So the nursery rhyme, we all know the nursery rhyme, Mary had a little lamb, right? Please help me confirm. Mary had a little lamb. Do you all know Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb? Just type Mary had a little lamb in the comment section, okay? We already know, most of us already know the poem. You do not need to start asking yourself, what else do I do in order to teach them? You can change the same Mary had a little lamb to something else, like Mary had a little shop, little shop, little shop. Mary had a little shop, its door is colorful. With a sign that said, buy my cakes, buy my, now, Mary had a little shop, its door is colorful, with a sign that said, buy my cakes, buy my cakes, buy my cakes, with a sign that said, buy my cakes for the kiddies to come. The same poem, but now you're changing it. Well, what is the meaning of Mary had a little lamb? What should we now do? Oh, I said Mary had a little shop. They're now creating in their minds that someone is running a shop. Oh, the door is colorful in order to attract customers. The kids are Mary's customers. Oh, the sign, if you get to Mary's shop, you see this big sign there. Buy my cakes, buy my cakes, buy my, oh, Mary is marketing. You can't pass through Mary's shop and not want to see, what is happening here? This is, something is happening there. What is it? Buy my cakes. Oh, let me go and buy for the kiddies to come. So this teaches them marketing. It teaches them entrepreneurship. So when 4 or 5-year-olds, they can sing this. They already know the Mary Had a Little Lamb. You just change it to Mary Had a Little Shop in order to get what you actually want to get. So the previous knowledge and now the marketing themed. Mary Had a Little Shop. Their habits, how can you use their habits and day-to-day events to teach them marketing? You can ask them questions. Oh, Stella, yes, ma'am. Remember the other day I bought a new pair of socks for you? After refusing to buy it at first, what did you do? How did you persuade me to buy it for you at last? You did not buy it for me. Then I started to roll myself on the floor. The last time we went to the supermarket, when I saw the socks, I said, you must buy it for me. Hey, you persuaded me. You can use that in marketing as well. You just tell the kids, if you want to advertise, you can use that. You don't have to roll yourself on the floor. You just ask yourself, what can I do in order to persuade this person to buy from me? You can also say, oh, Tola or Victoria, can you tell me why we buy from Mama Daniel? Why do we buy from Mama Daniel instead of Mama Taye? Even though they both sell rice, you ask the kid, and the kid, there was a day Mama Samuel did not wash the rice. It was so dirty. Mama Taye Mama Taye's environment everywhere always dirty. She is not clean. That was why you told us not to buy. Oh, the last time we went to Mama Taye, she was very, very rude, and that was what made you warn us never to go to. Oh, so you see, Mama Taye lost us as customers because of the way Mama Taye treats her business. So you can now see, if you want more customers, these are the things that you need to do. You have a food business, you need to be clean, you need to be this, and there are those things. There are a lot of things every customers want to see when they get to their vendors. So you need to create that picture that they want to see for them. Oh, now say, okay, thank you. Lesson is done. Lesson is already done. You always want to buy mini-me chin-chin. Even try. How did you get to know about the mini? Now we turn on our TV. When we watch your view, when they go on the break, they always say they always sing mini-me. They always advertise mini-me. Can you now see? Advertising is very powerful. You need to keep advertising. You haven't even tried any others. But whenever we talk about Chin Chin, you want only mini-me. Are we together? Are you getting this? Does it make sense? At this point, I want you to type mini-me. Mini-me. Don't forget we have our item 7, gift for everyone who stays till the end. So make sure you stay till the end of the class. Mini-me. Thank you. Good. We are all hungry. Well done. The 4th is practice as the learned strategy. You're not just going to be teaching them all these things. You have to make sure they're putting those things into action, because kids have the highest tendency of forgetting a lot of things. Adults may still remember, but kids have a lot. They don't have anything to do, but their brains aren't wired to, oh, you told me today, I have to keep it in my mind forever. You need to keep making the concept firm in their minds. You need to ensure that they keep getting the reminders. You keep making that thing firm in their hearts. How do you ensure this? You can ask them to form imaginary products. Okay, you want to become a medical doctor. What product do you think you're going to create in the future? Oh, I want to write a book about medicine school. That's a book. How do you now market the book? So you create a lot of imaginary products. What do you want to become in future? Oh, I'm interested in acting. When you make your movies, see this highest grossing actress, Funke Akindele, see the way she made 1,000 plus posts in order to market one product. Can you see? So now imagine you already made your own movie. Imagine you already started your own food business. How are you going to keep marketing in different ways? Imaginary product. Another way is through drama or role plays, acting. Write a script for them concerning marketing. I'll act one very soon and ask them to act the script for you. You see them start. So when they start to act those things, they get the concept inside their mind instead of asking them to act things that after they finish acting, there is nothing to learn. They're acting about Alice in the Wonderland. Alice now entered the world. Say, yes, it's going to improve their language proficiency. But once they're done, they're done. It's going to give vocabulary development. Yes, I know. Expressions, yes, I know. Presentation mastery, yes, I know. However, that's not going to put anything inside their mindset, their beliefs, their values as people, as individuals. So you have to act. Tell them to act, right place for them. See, adverts mimic. We already have a lot of adverts going on. A lot of adverts on Instagram, on TikTok, on TV. That same advert, ask them to mimic. Ask them to imitate. Ask them to do the exact thing. When they do these things, there's something called marketing. There's something called entrepreneurship. Last but not business presentations. Ask them to do presentations regarding business. Might be the elevator pitch in 1 minute. Convince me, persuade me, move me, motivate me to buy from you in 1 minute. So they start thinking, critical thinking. Practice as the learned strategy. So for example, you can have this play between Hussein and Hassan. Hussein says, stop calling me, stop calling my phone. It is soldier go, it is soldier come. If you stop buying, other customers will come now. Which one is now your wahala? Then Hassan replies, why are you talking to your customers that way? Hussein, God, leave that customer, Jare. He's just asking me any question. Since yesterday. Then Hassan, but that does not mean you should insult your customers. Customers are kings. They are the reasons why we are still in business. Then you say, oh, that's true. I need to learn customer service. You really need to. You can start by ensuring you answer your customers' questions politely, or have someone else do that for you if you cannot do it. Oh, thank you. That's a short play, and it already teaches them the value of customer service. The value of customer service. When you want to teach the kids advert writing, just tell them, for number one, introduce what you wish to sell in a catchy style. Introduce it to them. Oh, this is a calculator, and these are the things the calculator does. Or you just, in the catchy style, you enter and say, hey, how do I start calculating all these numbers? Oh, then you have another person comes and tell the person who has the question, don't you have a calculator? A calculator will help you do that. You just punch in the numbers plus, wow, that's good. How much is it? Where can I buy it? Tell us 2 features that it has. So I see this is really, really big. It gives you the opportunity to punch the numbers. And it is very, very fast. Once you type everything you want to punch in and plus, you get the answer. That's the unique selling point. Then call to action. So how can I buy it? You can get it by going to this link or contact this number. You've taught them advert writing. No wahala, no what is, no how can you spell, no how do you enter, no how do you shake, no strategies to, no mention the 3 types of. You already taught advert writing. Now put it in writing, act it out. You can enter with 5,000 naira. Hi, what can 5,000 naira do for you right now? You are thinking the economy is bad, but do you know the same 5,000 naira can help remove your family from poverty? How? In this upcoming, in this book of mine, advert is done. Simplicity does its strategy. Simplicity does its strategy. Simplicity does its strategy. Practical. How do you make sure it's practical? For example, you want to teach them how to deliver captivating elevator pitches. First of all, introduce the offer with a sentence that grabs the attention of your listener. Make an irresistible offer. Introduce yourself in a way that qualifies you to sell the product or service. Call to action with a deadline. Just give them these formulas. If they write the first one, you correct them, the second one, the third one. When it's time for the fifth, you may not find any errors, anything to correct. They've mastered how to craft elevator pitches for different things, not the imaginary products you gave them at first. They learn very fast, but the methodology with which we teach them is what makes us think, my kid cannot learn this yet. Your kids can learn virtually almost everything. It all depends on the strategy with which you are you're using, the strategies you're employing. So provide excellent customer service, teaching the importance of customers feeling and repeat patronage in business, how to calm an angry customers. These are guidelines. How can you calm an angry customer? You paint different scenarios for them. A customer complains a lot. What do you do to such a customer? How do you prevent complaints at all times? What do you say first to a person that is angry? Do you start arguing? Oh, God, that was not how you left with the phone, Joe. You are just lying. How do you prevent future occurrence? You are preparing them for business. You're preparing them for marketing. You're preparing them for entrepreneurship. Fun role plays. So all of you may be asking, now, if I teach my kids this, will the knowledge of business not divert the kids' attention and make them believe education is calm? Won't they feel, won't you, are you parents not feeling, if I teach my kids all these things that me, adults, I don't even know before now, and I'm teaching my kids, I hope they're not going to start opening Instagram account and saying school na scam when they start making money. No, not at all. That's in reality, the knowledge of business and marketing will only improve their knowledge of academic subjects, English, math, civic education, commerce, economic, biology. All these things have elements of marketing, entrepreneurship, and business in them. And when you teach your kids business and marketing, it helps them a lot in these subjects. How, you may ask me? We have the knowledge of capital. You're telling your kids, if you want to start this business, you're starting the business with 100,000 naira. Okay, if you start the business with 100,000 naira, that's your capital. If you sell and you make 120,000 naira, that 20,000 naira is your profits. Oh, if anything happens, you made 90,000 naira instead of below 100,000 naira. What you made below, the remaining is your loss. You've lost. So that aspect, the knowledge of capital, profit and loss, that knowledge already teaches them practical math. That's what they do in math. You have 100,000 naira. You sold 50,000 naira. How much is remaining? 50,000 naira. You sold 100, at the end, you have 90,000. What is the remaining? So that knowledge is teaching them math. That knowledge is teaching them profit and loss in accounting. That knowledge is teaching them economics. That knowledge is teaching them commerce. Secondly, we have advert sales writing, sales letter writing, and elevator pitching, and that practically teaches them language proficiency. It teaches them verbal reasoning. When they start writing advert, how do I make sure this person is persuaded enough to do what I want? You're teaching them critical thinking. Oh, I need to know the position, the condition of the people I am selling to before I sell to them, so I do not sound salesy and unconcerned. That is psychology. You're teaching them a lot of things. So when you're teaching them marketing, do not think you're making them like money too much. Do not think, oh, at the end, they're not going to be interested in studying. Do not think, what is happening now? My kids are going to leave and run away from school. No, those things will actually firm their knowledge. Language proficiency, verbal reasoning, critical thinking. You're teaching them customer service. That's moral and relationship building. Oh, when someone says this is what you say. When someone complains, this thing, I bought it from you yesterday, it's not good enough. Do not say you in a lie. This is what you say. You're teaching them morals. You're teaching them how to build relationship. You're teaching them how to control themselves. Because, for example, you're very, very sure the product is good enough. And someone comes and says, the product is the worst I've ever bought in my life. What comes to your mind? Anger, slap him, Vermouth, shout at him. But customer service says, no, keep calm. Take the complaint, listen, verify before you make judgments. After verification, how do you now communicate with the customer? That's moral, that's relationship building, that's emotional intelligence. So the knowledge of marketing is going to be teaching them much more. The knowledge of the product development, you're telling them, you need to create an imaginary product in your mind. You need to do this. You need to source for product. Critical thinking. Oh, you need to get a lot of people that are interested in your product. That is the art of persuasion. You're telling them the game of numbers. Pitch delivery, presentation. You're teaching them how to present anything when they can pitch themselves, when they can do elevator pitches in 1 minute, they can persuade anyone to buy from them. Presentation skills, conversational skills. So Madam Chioma, are you there, ma'am? It's time for Madam Chioma to come up. And so first of all, before Madam Chioma comes, I would like, you are Madam Chioma's people. So I want you all to help me confirm that I already delivered my part. How to get your kids started with business early and strategies to put in place. Have I delivered my promise? How to teach your kids business communication and make them write catchy adverts, deliver captivating pitches, address complaints, and provide excellent customer service. Have I? Because Madam Chioma is going to sue me. She already told me, my personal value, if you're coming to my community, you need to fill them up with value. Third, how the knowledge of this, so Madam Chioma, they're already saying yes, so just give me my mark. How the knowledge of business and marketing boosts other areas of knowledge, and how the knowledge of entrepreneurship, how the knowledge of business, how the knowledge of marketing helps them to increase their critical thinking ability, the effective communication skills, and language proficiency. Have I delivered?
Yes, you have. Thank you so much, Abdulbaqi. Thank you. You know, one of the most interesting comments that I could see in the comment section was adults saying to themselves, even I need this knowledge. Why is this even about our children? Even I, as an adult, I need to learn to think about marketing like this. If I can think about marketing like this, I will, after all, be a good marketer. That's one of the very interesting comments I kept seeing a lot of people writing. Thank you so much, Abdulbaqi. I hope that we all enjoyed Abdulbaqi's session, where he taught us to make our kids successful business owners and excellent. He taught us 4 interesting strategies, right? He taught us the know your learner strategy, simplicity does it strategy, what they already know strategy, and practice as they learn strategy. And finally, he ended the session by asking us, did he fulfill on the promises that he started this session with? He said, I will teach you all of this. Did he? And we said, yes. So it's time for my own short session. I'll be speaking for 15 minutes or less, and I'll be sharing with you on the topic, how we can pass on generational wealth through skills, not just money. How we can pass on generational wealth through skills, not just money. You know, when you think about generational wealth, when they say, his father left inheritance for him, the only thing we think about is how many houses and how much money in the bank account, how many cars, how many landed property his father left for him. The way that we think about generational wealth is in physical, tangible wealth, properties, cash in the bank, shares of big companies. That is how we think about generational wealth. But tonight, in just 15 minutes, we are going to see differently how we can pass on generational wealth through skills. Even if we don't have landed property, you can give your child something equivalent to what the rich man who gave his child a 10-story building gave him. You can also give it to your child, right? So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you tonight. Now, most of us were raised to believe that success meant getting good education, landing a stable job, and then saving up money. But here's the truth. Those things can only go a little far. There's a limit to which those things can go. We were not taught the fundamentals of creating wealth and building true wealth that lasts. We were not taught. Many of us are now learning business as adults. We are learning business and marketing skills now, later in life, and realizing how powerful those skills that we are learning now are. Abdulbaqi shared his story of how he was always a great communicator, but he just never thought he needed marketing skills to make the change in his life until he tried to sell his communication skills and he hit a roadblock. Then he realized, wait. So the knowledge is not even enough. There's something more that I need, right? And then he went to learn marketing skills. And that's when he was able to build wealth, right? Create wealth, and he can then build on it. So tonight, I say to you that what if the greatest inheritance you can leave for your kids is not money? What if it is skills? The rare ability to create wealth and build wealth for themselves. That is completely priceless. That is completely priceless, and that's what we are discussing. How can we pass on generational wealth through skills and not just money? Now, let's look at the problem with traditional wealth transfer. The wealth that me and you know, give my children buildings, give them money. What is the problem? We often think that generational wealth is money or property. That's how we think about it. That part of the Bible that says leave an inheritance for your child, you just think in your mind, 3-story building, cash in the bank. That's what the Bible said I must leave for my child. But what if it's not that? What if it's the rare ability to create the wealth by himself as a child? Wealth that you and I have always thought about leaving as generational wealth for our children. Wealth without skills will fade very fast. I repeat, wealth without skills will fade very fast. Statistics shows that 70% of generational wealth disappears by the second generation, and 90% is all gone by the third generation. Not because the money wasn't enough, not because the money wasn't big, but because the mindset and the skills required to sustain the money was missing. So even if you keep wealth for your generation without keeping skills, it will wipe away by the third generation, because statistics shows that 90% of generational wealth without skills could not be sustained. So the wealth that you can pass on that will stay beyond your third generation is actually skills and not property, cash in the bank. Those ones will wipe away. Skills outlive money. Money will run out. Businesses can fail. But when someone knows how to sell, when someone knows how to create, when someone knows how to market solutions, they can rebuild from scratch again and again and continue your generation. Right? So for these two reasons, the fact that wealth without skills will fade very fast and that skills outlive money, these two reasons are the problem with the kind of traditional generational wealth that you and I think about. Maybe you're sitting here and thinking, oh, I don't have a property, landed property, cash to give my children. Am I a failure of a father? Am I a failure of a mother? No, you aren't. There are skills you can give them that will eventually land them in the same place as those who were given 10-story building. In fact, land them in a better place. Because those ones can waste their own if they don't have skills. But with skills, it will outlive money. So that's what we're going to discuss tonight. The fact that you should change the way that you think about generational wealth. Entrepreneurship is more than owning a business. When you teach your kids entrepreneurship, teach them marketing, You are teaching them how to think, how to create, how to spot problems, how to bring ideas to life, how to be resilient, how to be creative, how to be great leaders. There's a lot in it. When we say teach your children business, teach them marketing, you are teaching them all sorts of life and survival skills put together. Because what is involved in learning business and marketing are, after all, life skills, right? You can see people that have the best products, but no one knows about it and they're not able to sell it. But when we teach our children how to market, tell compelling stories, it teaches them how to understand people's needs. It teaches them how empathy. It teaches them to build customer trust. It teaches them so many skills that you teach your children. If you are that parent who we are here tonight to discuss, who is going to take up the challenge to say, I may not have 3-story building, but I can teach my children skills that will get them to the same place as the rich man's child who has all the landed property and all the tall buildings. Because I understand that skills will outlive money, right? Those who have skills can sustain generational wealth beyond the 3rd generation. And tonight, Abdulbaqi has taught us exactly how we can teach our children these skills of marketing and being successful business owners so that we can pass on generational wealth. I will summarize what I'm here to share with you by saying, generational wealth isn't what we leave behind. It is what we leave within our kids. Please write that in the comment section. Generational wealth isn't what we leave behind. It is what we leave within our kids. Please write that in the comment section. If you take nothing away from my session tonight, I'd like you to take that sentence away. It is not the buildings you live. It is not the cash. The skills that will fade, but skills will last. Money will fade, but skills will last, right? Savings can run out, but knowledge will multiply. Savings can run out, but knowledge will multiply. An inheritance can be lost, but a mindset stays for a lifetime. Skills, knowledge, ability will stay for a lifetime. I can lose my inheritance. I can do a wrong investment and it will wipe away everything my father left for me. But if I have the right skills, I can rebuild again. Right? So if we raise children who think like creators, who think like problem solvers, who think like marketers, who think like entrepreneurs, they will not just inherit wealth. They will create wealth. They will keep the wealth. They will recreate and recreate it many times. They will pass it to their generation unending. And that is the kind of generational wealth that from today, I want you to start looking at. How can I create for my children the wealth that truly stays within? How can I create for my children the wealth that will inside of them? You can't remove it. Even if you beat them, even if you tear their clothes, even if you do anything, it is within. Even if you take them to a new land where they know nobody, the generational wealth I gave my children dwells inside them. Even if they land in China right now and they don't speak the language, there is something you have deposited in your children that you know that they will thrive. You know, I'd like to end by telling a story. So at the Mad Marketing Conference, I invited one of the speakers, Uche, the lady who owns Stotch Beddings. She was one of the speakers. And she said that her father is an Igbo businessman, an astute businessman, right? Who taught his children business. She was already selling for her father, making a lot of money. So she said her secondary school lesson teacher, when the lesson teacher comes to teach her, she'll be telling the lesson teacher that, I don't have time for school, though. The kind of money I'm going to make. The lesson teacher says, please, you need to go through school to make the money. She said she could see her wealth. She was already selling. She had so much business sense. She will be gisting her lesson teacher, somebody in secondary school, how much sales she's going to make, how much money she's going to make. The very moment she was posted to Bauchi State, please listen, oh, Bauchi State. You know how everyone wants to be posted to Lagos or Abuja, where they just want to take wealth that somebody else has created. They are not thinking of creating. She had a very different mindset. She believes she can create wealth anywhere she is. She was posted to Bauchi. She was so happy. Why? She was away from her parents and she could start selling, creating wealth. She said she was asking everybody, what can I sell in Bauchi? Is it yam? Is it fabric? What do they have here? Let me start selling. She believed she could sell absolutely anything. She was excited to go to Bauchi. From Bauchi, her parents didn't like that she was posted there, so they tried and asked to bring her back home. She refused, though. She wants to go to where she can create wealth. What they had put inside of her, she could create wealth anywhere you put her. She walked her posting to Akwa Ibom, another place she had never been to. The only thing she had in her mind was, oh, I like their dressing. I like their nice skirts and their dressing. That's all she had in mind. She has a mindset that can create from scratch. That's the wealth that her parents had put inside of her. She landed at Akwa Ibom and started selling bedsheets to her fellow coppers, to offices, secretariats, everywhere. She sold so much so that every morning when she goes to the bus park to send the bedsheets to different parts of Nigeria, her bedsheets alone have filled up the vehicles. They can't take more of her own orders. She distributes her orders. Lagos vehicles filled up. Abuja vehicles filled up. She had to start thinking, how can I move these bedsheets? Because these vehicles that she's in are people already transporting, right? So imagine that I'm a boss and I have 20 passengers and she brings me 50 bedsheets. I may not have space to put it because I have passengers who also have boxes. They also have luggages. I can only take a little of her bedsheet. So she would distribute her bedsheet, this vehicle, this vehicle, this vehicle, and fill up the whole park and still have bedsheets that couldn't go that day, that have to be carried forward the next day. At a point, she bought so much from her supplier. The supplier had to introduce her to his own supplier. He said, please go. My other customers are complaining. They don't get anything to buy. Go to the Oga that I buy from. Go and buy from them. I've made it. So imagine what her father puts in her. Even speaking at the conference, now her sisters, she's from a family with 10 children. Her sisters also sell in her business. One of her sisters was telling her recently how she had saved up to 20 million. Can you imagine that? While their parents are still alive, they have put within there's no, this my child is hungry. What they have put inside of their children is the skills to sell. Uche is a marketer from her father's house. Came to NYSC and she was thriving anywhere you put her. Now she owns the biggest beddings business in Lagos, Nigeria. If you think of where can I buy 5,000 bed sheets, is how you would think about, and you would go there and you would get it. So, dear parents, I say to you tonight, would you like to have children who are like Uche and her siblings, who even in your lifetime, you have passed on generational wealth? Would you like to have children who are 25, you visit them, they are thriving? Your son has a new car, clean house. He's not begging you for anything. He's gifting you things. He's so comfortable. His problems are not financial. Maybe his problems are work or something else, but it's not financial. He's stable. Would you like to have children like that? I'm sure many of us would. Let me look in the comment section and see what we're saying. What kind of children would you like to have? I see yes, yes, wow, wow, wow. Exactly. Those are the kind of children that we like to have. And it is in my hand and your hands to have those kind of children. Abdulbaqi, I'll bring you back on to close this session.
Is my slide on, ma'am? Okay, great. All right, we've fulfilled our promises, dear people. We taught you how to get your kids started with business early, the strategies to put in place, how to teach your kids business communication, how the knowledge of business marketing can boost the other areas of knowledge, how entrepreneurs' knowledge increases critical thinking ability, and so on. And Madam Chioma Ifeanyi-Eze just came to tell us in simple terms how to build generational wealth. Most of the time when we talk about generational wealth, we're always talking about inheritance. What do I leave with I'm working because of my kids. The kids should work also because of you. Some parents die and the kids cannot do anything because they were so dependent throughout. Oh, my daddy is there. Anything I need, my daddy will do it for me. Anything I need, that is why my mommy is there. So they do not even have, they're not getting pushed towards having the mindset of how do I create on my own? How do I have? How can I turn 10 naira to 20 naira? When I see some questions online, I see questions like, can I make 200,000 naira per month as gain when I start my business with 3 million naira? I laugh because what the hell is this? You may not have anything. You can have 0 naira and make a lot of money. You do not need to have 3 million naira. So some people are still not thinking the way the world is thinking. They're still thinking in the way of, oh, I need to have money, buy the goods, ask people to. No, the capital is not the most important thing in business. You can collect money from your customers without the products ready. Yes, and you make a lot of money, then you go for the product, then you buy, then you get it for them. But a lot of people are still thinking in the mode of you got 5 million naira, you so, and then a lot of things are happening around us. You see people making a lot of money. You see people hitting the cat. You see, oh my gosh, this person has a lot of money. At the end, nothing. So how many of you remember Finchman? Them too do. Some people too do. You watch his interviews today and you see him saying, they did not give me money. That visibility, despite that visibility, you're still asking for the person that they did not give me money. They just, you make skits with popular skits makers because he wasn't thinking along the lines of, oh, this is visibility, this is money. He was thinking along the line of, because before I get money, someone needs to invest in my business. It needs to be big, like 5 million naira. Once I have the 5 million naira, then I now work on my space. No skills, no knowledge. Then we kept seeing fish pie, fish pie, fish pie. That's not creativity, repetition. We're tired, we weren't watching anymore. Advert wasn't coming in for him anymore because of the reduced engagement. And he started complaining. If he had that sense of, oh, I have my own skill. Not everyone is going to be into skit making. Not everyone is funny. Let me utilize this visibility to create something. All those skits makers, the popular influencers that want to make videos for me, let me give them the condition. Make one video for me advertising my business. That is gold. That is money. That is a lot of money. But he wasn't thinking like that. And there was this boy who speaks so good English whenever he advertises water, Aquafina water. We have this water. It has all this ingredient. You'll like it. His video went viral. Aquafina saw that video and Aquafina set him up with about 10 million naira. At last, what did we get? Oh, I think it's a spiritual problem. I think the problem is Tunisia. All of a sudden the money just disappeared. Because if your child has 50,000 naira value and you give the child 50 billion naira, the child is not going to rest until the 50 billion naira becomes 50,000 naira. So we need to groom them, not just go to school, come back from school, go home, come back, go this and come back. We need to start building future generations, people who, without anything, when I get into a certain place, I already, oh, this is the business idea. Why isn't anyone doing this? You're complaining about this. What is this about? A friend of mine told me, tutor, I haven't sold anything online. How do you do it? You have a lot of, I tell, what have you done today? What marketing have you done today? Have you posted today? Have you told people about it? Have you asked for the sale? Let's expect the magic. Are you thinking big? Are you thinking about what happens in the next 5 years in your industry? We need to actually condition the brains of our kids to do this. So while Madam Chioma was talking about it the other time, some people were commenting, I cannot teach my kids what I do not have. I don't have all these ideas. I'm just learning it tonight. As an adult, I don't have any idea. I don't know. So I want to ask you a question tonight to get your kids started. I do not want you to go and you're still trying to figure it out. And at the end, there is nothing to do. There is no result. You just heard this and there is no action. So let me introduce you to my school. Let me ask you, first of all, since we already fulfilled our promises, you gave me the license to talk about the school. So are you interested in an online training school that helps your children master topics in marketing, business, and effective communication skills? Are you interested? Let me see your answers in the chat box. Do you want an expert like me that helps you simplify marketing-related subjects for your children and monitor their growth? You want me to work with them, like I'm behind the curriculum with other experts to teach them and make them become amazing when it comes to marketing? Do you need your kids to engage in fun but educative activities that not only boost them academically, but also emotionally? They're learning a lot of things at the same time. In summary, this is Teacher Abdulbaqi. Do you want Teacher Abdulbaqi to work with your kids? You don't have to worry. In fact, a lot of parents tell me, oh my gosh, this is your school. You're teaching all of us. Only one of my kids enrolled and the whole family is benefiting. I just learned that today. I just learned that, yes, just as you're saying in the comment section that you're just learning. Oh, this is my first time. That's the same thing. That's the same way our parents are feeling. So aside from your kids learning from us, we're giving them the prompt. You're also learning while guiding them to do the right thing. So are you, oh, I see a lot of yeses, yeses, yeses. Madam Chioma, are you there, ma'am? Please help me pin this comment in the comment section of your Facebook ads, of your Facebook Live, rather.
All right. Pin what comment? The yeses?
The link.
Okay. You dropped it?
Yes, Abdulbaqi Hassan.
Okay. I started.
Just long press.
I hope that. Yes.
You just long press the comment here. Great, great. Yes. Not done yet.
Not done?
Yes, you pin.
Okay.
Did you see the option to pin? No, on the chat box, so they can just click directly. They don't have access to. Or is it already done here?
Well, I don't know. I don't see an option to pin it.
No, on your phone. Okay. Once you you long pressed it, and it's showing here.
Okay, yes, it's showing on the screen now.
Oh, it's done. Then.
Okay, thank you.
Can you see the pinned comment? So for those of you who want the item 7, just go to that link and eat your item 7 immediately. So let me introduce you to the Flying Colors Online Kiddies School. These are the videos of our amazing kiddies. The school is primarily there to help your kids master effective communication skills, presentation mastery, confidence building, creative writing, clear diction, vocabulary development. But this time, this April, we have a marketing-themed communication holiday challenge where we're going to be teaching your kids all those things I already mentioned, from advert writing to marketing vocabulary, flyer design. So by flyer design, they don't even need CorelDRAW or Canva. They draw with their hands, but they know the principles. Or what do I have on the flyer? What is the CTA? How do I attract them with my flyer? Okay, the link is not pinned yet. Did you long press it, ma'am?
Yes, I did. I tried let me do that again. Long press.
And then pin. You said the option to pin. It isn't giving you the option to pin.
There's no.
Are you doing it on StreamYard or your Facebook Live?
On StreamYard. Do you want me to do it on Facebook?
On Facebook Live. Yes, they can't click directly on StreamYard.
Okay, great. I'll do it here.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you. So flyer design, fluent reading, personal branding, content creation, jingle voiceover acting. Okay, let me send it to the people here as well. Okay. Product development, personal finance, saving for rainy days. How do they groom the mindset of, oh, I should not spend everything that comes into my mind. How do they start saving? It's a process. Don't just expect your kids to grow into some things. Some people would say, my kids is like this. Oh, don't worry, the kid is going to outgrow it. No, it is the stupid kid that becomes the foolish adult. So you need to groom them. Do not believe anything will just fall in place. So the school is for kids between 4 and 17 years old. Do not say, 4 years old, how will 4 years old learn this? Do not worry. That's what we're good at. We have separate classes for them. So all of them, 4 to 17 years old, are not going to be in the same class. We're going to be teaching them content creation, personal product development, customer winning strategies, video presentation, confidence mastery, and lots more. So if you want them to join us for the holiday challenge in April only, we have the option. And if you want them, the school itself is an annual subscription-based school. So if you want the April marketing challenge only for 2 weeks, it's only 20,000 naira per kid. For the annual access, you get it for 150,000 naira per kid. So the more your kids, the less you pay. However, if you join this session till the end, we have extra bonuses, extra gift for you. But we do not want people to join the session, to watch the session later and start saying, you did not give me my bonus. So that's why we make it, it's in form of a mystery gift. You have to open before you get access. So that's your item 7. So go to the link pinned already in the comment section to have access to the item 7. Okay, so the more your kids, the less you pay for the actual package. So when you get to the website, this is the website, oks.ng. That's the website, oks.ng. When you get there, you find the option to choose the April marketing challenge only or the annual access. So the annual access gives you 12 months. So after the learn marketing, they're going to learn something else in May. Life skills, we teach them life skills, table manners, how to solve problems, financial literacy, food, what to check on food when they go to buy, how to set up conversation, how to become amazing public speakers, useful individuals, confidence masters. That's what we teach them inside the school. So this time, last year we got amazing prizes, and this year is not going to be any different. We have a lot of things to gift the winners of the April Holiday Challenge, from kitchen utensils, home items, books, and school packages. So we have business owners who always sponsor us and give your kids. So for each class, we have 4th, 2nd, 3rd. Once your kid win anything, we deliver what they win to you. So this is the account detail, the website, oks.ng. But if you want the mystery gift, just click on the link and get started. It's for a short period of time. So once you don't have access to the link, it means you did not join us till the end, and that's all. Just go to the website and register your kids right away. So if you have any inquiries, you can contact us on WhatsApp to know more about the school, oks.ng, get them registered. These are WhatsApp contact, and we cannot wait to see. This is a lifetime opportunity. A lot of people, so we have kids from different parts of the world. For those that are asking, my kid is in UK, we have kids from about 17 countries. And they always, when we started with the mindset of helping the Nigerian kids. But now, we now get kids outside Nigeria for more than what we get in there, because when one enters, they keep that same parents may recommend about 5 to 10 parents, like, oh, my kids are learning a lot here. I don't want you to miss out on this. So it is a transformational school, an amazing school that you're going to be learning, your kids are also going to be learning from. Thank you. So these are the videos of the kids. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am?
Okay. I said I want to put in a word. So imagine what Uche's parents put inside of her. Someone is asking to put it in your child for 20,000. Do you think that Uche's parents, or in fact, if my parents had the opportunity to pay 20,000 for me to learn marketing, learn business at a younger age, did not run and pay it and transform my life? Nobody ever gave my parents the opportunity. Today, in front of you, 20,000 naira to teach your kids marketing, business, communication, the things that there is no other school you will find teaching it. 20,000 naira. I honestly am not sure what you're waiting for. It feels to me like maybe Abdulbaqi should have just come here and said, see, I just want to help you. Because if you ask me, I don't know any other school where I can take my children to learn the skills that we said will put, wealth creation within them. This is the answer to transferring generational wealth that stays within. This is the answer for that parent that is saying, I don't have land, I don't have inheritance to give my children, but you have 20,000 to put the skills within. And those skills will compete with the person who has all those inheritance you say you don't have. So it looks like what we have done here tonight is to bring you at par with all those parents who have massive inheritance. We have brought you to a place where you have the opportunity, right, to teach your kids the skills that they will use to create wealth and match up to the children of the rich. So whether rich, poor, whether I have inheritance or not, I want to give my kids skills that will stay within them and help them create wealth. Honestly, if I were you, I would waste no time. I'm going to scroll back and put the bank details on the screen because I feel Abdulbaqi went through it really fast.
Okay.
Abdulbaqi, yes.
Yes,
I want
already
the
doing
bank
that.
details. I want the bank details on the screen so they can take a screenshot. Go back.
Okay.
Yes. Please take a screenshot. Send your 20K now. If you want a whole year access, then you get an offer of 120K, right? So instead of 20K to learn only during the holiday, this coming April holiday, you can choose to pay 120,000 and have your children learn for 1 full year. Sorry, 150,000 and have your children learn for 1 full year, right? So the choice is yours. 20K only for the holiday or 150 for a full year. The bank details are on the screen. Make your payments. Please move to the other slide. After you make your payment, this is their WhatsApp number. Please chat up and say, here's my proof of payment. Here's my child's name. Here's his age. I have paid, and I want my child to have skills that truly, truly create wealth. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very, very much for having me. And it's amazing to have you all here. So for those of you who are asking questions, you can ask your questions. It is not a specific location, it's online. So your kids can join us from any part of the world. We use Zoom and WhatsApp, simple tools that your kids, they don't need to get another tutorial to use the tools for their lessons. So we have classes. We have, let me show you our schedules. We have Saturdays and Sunday on Zoom, a 2 live class every week from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., personalized attention to each child, practical presentation, speak delivery mastery, and we have a reading club inside the school as well. So every single month, the kids read a book every single month. So for this April, for example, we are going to be tracing the history of people like fish pie and the Aquafina water to now tell the kids what mistakes did they make and how would they have redeemed the mistake if they had learned the knowledge of building generational wealth and entrepreneurial skills. So that's it. Account details. People are asking for the account details. Everything is going to be in the caption of the live session very soon. So this is the account detail. Oh, sorry.
I think you have a wrong slide. It's showing 15K. It's 20. Please take out this slide so you don't confuse us.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh, this is the old slide. Yeah, so 20,000 and the account details there.
Can you put up the account details?
All the details you need with regard to the class is going to be added as a caption to the live session very soon. So you can read everything there. It's an online school, not a physical school. So there is no specific location. It's online. They use Zoom and WhatsApp.
I saw someone asking if she can register her 18-year-old. Please go ahead, Ma. All right, thank you so much, everyone. It was amazing having you here. Tonight, I opened your eyes to how you can create through wealth, pass on through wealth to your children. It's not only when you have physical properties or cash. We said that there is wealth that we can pass on within our children. We took some examples of people who have successfully passed it on, and we can see how their children are thriving. Even while their parents are still alive, they have passed on generational wealth. I wish for you beyond all things that you will take the opportunity, even if it is the April challenge, 20,000 naira only per child, and give your child the chance to truly learn marketing and business. There is no other school I know that teaches children marketing and business. Take this opportunity, 20K only, right? The payment details will be put in the comment section. You will find it there and you can jump in and give your children that opportunity. Good night, everyone. I look forward to seeing you birth children to whom you have truly passed on generational wealth. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you very much for having us, Madam Chioma.